Hello coaches and welcome to this edition of Give and Go Live. My name is David Newberry and I'm joined as always, by my colleague Ian Barker. Hello Ian.
Hello David, pleasure to be here.
Ian, we're going to be looking at a video from the coach Bobby Muuss from Wake Forest, who's going to be looking at an activity of transition. Once we've watched the video, we'll come back and discuss it.
And make some good decisions, but with the purpose of trying to play off the highest man. We do several different variations of what we're doing here. Today we're using a 6v6+4, we call it a transfer box. So what we'll have is we'll have two neutral players on each of the end lines, or one on each of the end lines, a neutral player in one of the zones, and another neutral player in the center of the park. We have like a little bit of a neutral buffer area there. And what we're asking the guys to do, we're playing 6v6+4. And the goal of the attacking team is to possess, keep the ball, and look for opportunities to penetrate, to play off the highest neutral, and to try to look to play the third man and play the opposite neutral on the end line. Anytime you can play through the central neutral into a third man, and change the point of the attack, which would be the opposite end of the field, that is a point for the attacking team. We're always looking, to instill defensive principles as well. So after turnovers, we're asking that team to hunt and try to win the ball back. But also, if they do get broken down, to travel with the ball and get in a transitional shape as quick as they can and denying central passing lanes. By adding that +1 in the middle of that grid, it makes the defensive team very conscious of the central passing lanes, and as it gives the attacking team a numerical advantage. But we're looking for a really quick tempo of pace here in this exercise, and you'll see the first exercise will break down at times because it's a tight space and they're not thinking as quick as they need to as the session starts. But as we do this for a couple of different looks, we'll do 4 times a minute and a half. You'll start seeing the level of soccer and the decisions increase, and hopefully we find that higher guy more often.
We'll start with these two. We'll go Kyle and Isaiah. Right, you guys here in yellows in the middle. Amir, who do you want to play with today? Who? With Sam. Wow, you guys have come a long way. All right, that's very good, right? United Nations right there. Tater, who do you want to play with today? Logan. Really? Yeah. Dang, you guys go over here. I don't know about this. Eddie, who do you want to play with today?
Lapa.
What?
Lapa.
Lapa? Lapa, who do you want to play with? Which team? Quick.
Don't matter.
No, pick it. Yeah, go.
Wow.
We got over there. Oh, wait, a lot of defenders. J-Mac, who you want to play with? Chopper. You guys go over there. Michael, who you want to play with? Lando? Which team?
Mike, get over here, man.
Go, you guys over there. Let's go. All right, here, as we go here. Hey, do you feel comfortable over there, Tater? If you're not, I'll switch you. All right? As we go here. Look at that team. As we go here. What do we have? It's 6, right? 2, 4. 6v6+4. So, Isaiah, if it's balls in this side, you're popping in. Kyle, you're the highest guy. Playing off third man. Pops. Yeah, I said it. All right. So as we go here, now as it goes it goes into Kyle. We play a third man. Kyle joins this area. You become this neutral in here. You guys got it? No touch restrictions. Couple of things as we talked about yesterday. Right? Pops, you good? Possession for penetration. Keep the ball. Don't force it in central. Right? Making sure we're moving and playing off. Right? But keep the ball. If we lose it, reactions to win it back, take away central lanes. Right into +2. Everybody start in the middle. Trivia question. What is the most deadliest city in America?
Maryland.
Baltimore. All right? That's where I'm from. That's where I'm from. All right, deadliest city. That was just, everybody knew that. Who's the nicest player on the team? All right, yeah, blue ball. Play! Blue ball. Find a rhythm, it's tight in here. Really tight, by the way, for 6s, coach. Steve, I don't know if they're going to be able to find a rhythm in this. All right, let's move it. I may do it as we go. This is... Trey, you're running away. That's not Pops' fault. I'll blame you. It's too tight.
Good. Keep yourself moving. Keep yourself moving.
Blue.
Mike.
Just keep it. We're making it wider, J-Mac. Move again. No one standing. No one standing. Play. Move it again. I don't mind it. Possession for penetration. Keep it. Good, and play. Oh, now keep it, Pop. Good shot. Play. Good ball. That's okay. Keep it. No one should be flat-footed on black. Talk black. It's quiet. There it is. Oh, Trey, look forward. I don't mind it. Hey, Logan, no point. Play. Gotta take a touch forward, Tater.
You're
Good,
the
and play.
highest guy.
And play. Next one.
Let's go, Blue. Let's go, Blue.
Justin, we need a clock, brother. Was it on? It just stopped?
And move again, Sam.
My bad. Good, good. Relax, relax, guys. We opened it up a couple of yards, so now we should be able to find it. Right, as we go here, right, if there's no communication, it's not acceptable, but can we check our shoulder to see when we can turn? Like that first ball into you, right, where you had to go back, can we turn, play, and get it back in these tight spaces? I think we can, right? That's our game, right? That's the way we want to try to play. We receive balls and always receive them from where they just came from. That's where we're going to play in these tight spaces. Otherwise, you're going to end up turning into guys, and it's going to be a walking turnover, right? I don't mind the possession, but we're going to have to be able to get on the half turn, and it's also going to be important if we're playing to the right foot. If Jay back's over there and I'm putting pressure on playing his back foot, he's got to go back. I play his front foot, maybe we can look forward and play, yeah? Right, here we go. Everybody in the middle. What club is most represented on the team? Well, how many from the Union? Two now. Crew has two, and Montverde has two now. Yes, Landon just became a Montverde guy.
Oh,
all right.
Awkward, man.
Who's the least represented? VW got you, wherever he's from. Ready? Here we go. All right, we'll go. Last one on your knee. Good. Blue. Blue's defending. Play. Black ball. Don't receive that straight though, Bruno. Play. 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 Don't be in the same line. That's good talk. That's right. Lando, can we go forward? Hey, bro. Move again. Move again, homie. Play. J-Max defending today.
Same team, you two.
Yes, point, play. Yes, play. Good, good. Play. Turn. Good. That's better, Tater. Careless turnover, Kyle. No, 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 no. New ball. Who you want? Black. Black ball. Black says. You don't have touch restrictions. Keep that thing moving. Good. Play. Two. Turn. Out. Blue ball. 38 seconds. Find it. There you go. Chop move. Can you see it? Can you see that, Logan? Again. Don't be too close. Yes, yes, yes. Who's here? Who's here? Yes, play him. Good decision, Zay. Wrong guy, though. It's got to go off Kyle.
Okay.
Got to go off
You still
Kyle.
have it.
Yes. I like it. Time, time. So, guys,
there,
remember, so Zay, be careful how high you play, right? If you're going to be in this area, be in here, because then they don't just, you guys don't just block each other, basically, and you don't want to be playing in the same lines. Right, let's do this. We'll keep the target. I don't mind it. Let's go. I'll change one. Let's go Zay for J-Mac. Right, as we go here, right, as we're playing, I don't mind it. Some would say in this space, you can't have fluidity, all right, or you can't really play. I think that's wrong, right? And I don't think even our technique needs to get better. I just think our decisions, right, and the way we facing, the way we're playing, all right, what foot we're playing to, that can get better. That last round was better than the first, right? That last round was better than the first. Who could tell me, Isaiah, Question for you. You get it wrong, black ball. You get it right, your ball, right? What state is Joey Desart from? Welcome, young man. Freshman. Philadelphia to state. Stop. Hey, stop. Did you get on video? He got that on video, on audio.
He's from PA.
Is he? Oh, now you're going to fight me over it?
He's not.
He's from Jersey. Ha. Play. He said Philadelphia, the state of Philadelphia.
That's not the first time.
I know. No, blue. Blue says, find the rhythm. Enjoy the ball. Yes! Hey, Zay, can we play off the target?
Still blue.
J-Mac talking. You're still finding lanes too, Zay. J-Mac, find lanes.
Pop slows that outside the foot.
Play! Block! Hey, J-Mac, very good decision.
Open. Keep moving, Mike.
1-0!
Open now, Mike. Good. When you play, get out now, Mike. Bruno can drop in if you want. Next time he plays, Bruno, you
Don't
can
mind it
drop
on
back in and
me.
get on the ball.
Play! Oh, guys, I almost got my
Still
goosebumps back.
Still black.
Come on, keep playing. Moving it again.
Right. Get on, go.
Somebody tackle Sammy.
Point, 2-0. Find the second one. Lando, cleaner turns. Big touch. Good decision. Chopper getting involved. Black.
And move again.
Good. Blue, 5 push-ups, 2 good ones. Hey, that's good rhythm. Guys, we talked about it yesterday. Whenever we can play off the highest guy, all right, or penetrate, or go from one side to the other, the next one will be on. So Lando, as we penetrate, Blue's in transition running, first ball in, can you get turned? Can you get him going back and forth and keeping it on him? You do it twice, you'll get 4. Right? But don't look just to keep it at that point. Right? Blood's in the water at that point. Now we keep going. Right? Push it. We got one more game. Right? We're going to do one more. Right? As we go, a Chopper, switch with Kyle. Logan, you're off. You ready? Here we go. Who could tell me, Kyle, where's Logan from? What state?
Yes. No, he's not on my team.
East Lyme. Blue ball.
All right. Hey, stay center, lane to left.
1-0 black. It's a Steve here. Come on, Pops. It's a force.
Move, Pops, move.
New one.
Still blue.
Pops, move. Look forward, Jay. Got it. Out. Play.
Off black.
Not gonna noise.
Blue ball. Blue. Man on. Get out. Choke. Good. Slide.
Move
Land.
again.
There we
Matthew, move again.
go. Hey, little diagonal. Can we play? Yes.
Yes. Oh no.
J-Mac,
Good football for nothing. Point, 2-0. Michael, I wouldn't have got
Open. There we go.
Move it. Yes. Good penetration. 2-0. Play. Got to defend, Blue. Play. And again. Do it again. Oh, new one.
Let's go, Black.
Find another one, Black.
Kill the game here, Black.
Oh, I said the opposite.
Just keep it moving.
Look at this. It's got him now. Kill it with a point.
Keep it
Kid it with a point. Blue, let's do 10. 10. That's good rhythm there, Black, at times. Very good. You could deflate a team, right, if they want to press you and you break them down like that. Absolute deflate a team. Get a drink over here. Get a drink.
So, Ian, we've now seen a quite extensive segment of the video, but I thought it was important to include some of the methodology between the sessions, some of the break discussion, and we'll get to that in a minute. But let's have a look at the setup. So we have 2 teams. the red team and the white team, and they are playing with 4 all-time offensive players in yellow, 2 target players, and then 2 players that work between the center area, the transitional area, and each of the areas or the squares. And the objective is to try and to penetrate the opponent in one of the areas by using the central player in the transitional area as the target, to then combine and hit the target at the opposite end. And as we've seen in the video, the space that the coach has used in this example is very, very tight. So the movement of the ball is a lot of 1-touch, 2-touch rhythm, and very, very fast. So Ian, let's talk about some of the methods.
Sure. So I think first thing I just want to point out is look where all the soccer balls are so the coach can keep it going. In reality, this is a high-level group of players, obviously the Wake Forest men's team, but it's Bobby said it was a 6v6+4. It's really kind of a 6v6+3 because the player at the far end is not actually engaged. So as the players get going, in this case, the red team has the ball. This player is their support player, and this is their penetrating option, and they've got to get to that player. And once they do that, then they transition to the other grid. So a nice sharp 6v3. And Bobby talked about rhythm, and he talked about the need for the defense to show up and things like that. But a couple of things I really liked about what he did. I like the fact, by the way, that this space is a safe neutral zone right there. Very quickly during the training session, he identified the space was too small. He didn't stop the players. He simply moved the cones out and gave them more space in the flow. So I think that was excellent. Most of the times when he coached them was when they had either achieved the goal or the play had broken down. So he waited until a natural stoppage. And then all of those little games with sort of the trivia questions is a great way of engaging the players. So there's a sort of a mental energy to go with the physical energy. But of course, the focus of that session is a possession to go forward. And he's very comfortable with the players maintaining a lot of possession deep and in short passes, as long as they're always looking to play to that target player. And a couple of times early on with the blue team particularly, he identified times when they could have gone there, but they chose to play the safe pass. So he wanted the aggressive pass as well as maintaining possession.
One of the things that came to mind as the video progressed, Ian, was the discussion he had with the players about the intention to play in very, very tight areas. And he actually referred to it, that's our game, essentially imposing upon the players that he wants the players to play in very, very tight spaces in central areas.
Yeah, I mean, I think Bobby actually used the word when the other team presses. And in the modern game, this high pressure is a common defending theme. And so one of Wake Forest's objectives clearly is to allow the opponent to come onto them, be comfortable in maintaining possession, because if the opponent comes onto you, there's going to be space behind them. So clearly he's setting his team up to deal with a high press so that they can get forward into space, but intentionally, rather than just sort of breaking the line with one hoofing pass, but to actually possess it and then play into that target.
So as we proceed into the second sequence, we can see now the players have transitioned through the central player to the other end of the grid. And now the red team are still in possession. So we've gone to the target player, and then from the target player, we're now reversing the direction in order to try and play to the other target player. So the transition is very, very quick. All the players must move from one area to the other than the central target and then the high target for each team. Ian.
Yeah, so with the type of training session, and he had identified the need to, again, adjust the space, but this is not a training session you're going to do for 15 minutes without pause, right? So he was very mindful of a 90-second. I could actually make the case that's probably not realistic for the game condition. The game condition might be 10 to 15 seconds when they're playing against an opponent in the ACC, but obviously he can get some conditioning out of a 90-second set as well. I would not do this with this numbers if I was coaching a youth team. I would probably have 2 groups of this going. So I think he was working with 18 players. So you could probably come up with a kind of a 3v3 plus 3 and some different numbers and split the group in half, because he's got a group of players that can all get a touch of the ball really quickly in that short period of time with 18 of them. I do like this, though. I do like this flow of how very quickly 12, 13 players have been in this space and how quickly they can all get in there. And it's not only offensively, but it's also defensively too. So this is a training session with a large group of high-level players that are in this warm-up activity or this training activity, replicating the demands of an ACC regular season game.
And then our final sequence, now we see there is a turnover. So if we follow the pass into the central target player, that player has then combined and the ball is now being kicked out of play by the red team. And so now the coach has immediately played in a second ball to the target player and then instructed that player to now play with the white team. So by immediately playing the ball in, we end up having very little rest, and the players have to switch on immediately that transition from defense to attack and attack to defense. Ian.
Yeah, so Bobby is blessed with being the head coach and having assistants to support him in the setup of grids and the maintenance of the training session. But it's also important that he and his assistants are on the same page. If you notice at the beginning of each repetition, all the players have to congregate in the middle, and then the assistant can play the ball in left or right. So it kind of randomizes it. In the example here, the turnover, it goes to the support player and he plays it into the other team. But equally, the assistant coach could knock it down the other end and get all the players moving into this grid before they even get to touch the ball. So there's a number of different things you can do there. And what was interesting was Bobby identified the space was too small. He made it bigger. After some enthusiastic coaching from him, some reminders from him, and also some comfort level from the players, you could almost make the case that it was getting easier, or they were being more successful in possession. And at that point, this is when we as the coach have to identify making it less challenging or more challenging, depending on the response. But ideally, we would make it less challenging at the beginning of the session, which is what Bobby did when he expanded the space. And as we see success, we reward the players in a perverse way by actually creating additional challenge. So the better protocol is have success, make it more and more challenging, and see how far you can develop them in that short period of time.
Well, thank you, Ian, and thank you, coaches, for joining us on this edition of Give and Go Live.